Hello YouTube. Today I'm working on a 2010 Subaru Outback with the 3.6 liter engine. Today's job is to replace the sway bar links, or the stabilizer links as Subaru calls them. This is a fairly common wear item that tends to wear out, especially when you have a lot of bumpy roads and such, and can contribute to a rattling noise in the front suspension. So anyway, what I've done here is I've started scrubbing down the ends of the links here, just to try to get as much crud as possible off of them before I even try to break the nuts free. And I'm also going to blast it with some Aerocroil oil here, which is probably my favorite penetrating oil. Not a sponsor. If they would like to sponsor me, I would love that, because I use a lot of this stuff. So we'll let this sit here for a minute before I give it a shot. So some tools we will likely utilize, some vice grips, 17mm wrench or socket for the nuts, and a 6mm Allen socket for the end here, or at least if it has the factory ends on it still, or the factory stabilizer links, that is. We'll put this here to support it while I try to break the nut loose with a wrench. Actually, I'm going to try to break it free with a flex head breaker bar, because I've got the camera kind of right where I want to be. So we'll see if I can fit that on. So as you can see, they're generally not too hard to break free. The problem is all the crud on the threads that tends to build up. So now I'll use a gear wrench style wrench here, and probably put the Allen socket on the end here just to keep bits from spinning while we try to loosen things. So it's important that when you come up against any resistance is to reverse direction here. Otherwise, you can potentially run the risk of the nut seizing up. Typically here in the shop, I would just buzz these off with a cutting torch, but since my channel is geared towards a person in the driveway, I'll do it the old way. To a point where there's a lot of resistance, so we'll switch directions here. What this does is it kind of breaks the dirt loose off of the threads. Key is to have patience. And this is why I tend to buzz them off with a cutting torch, because you fight this. All right, there's one side loose. Now we'll repeat the process on the bottom. So break it free with the breaker bar, since I've got one available. Okay, got it broken free.
way faster to cut these off with a cutting torch, I tell ya. Looking around the camera is a little difficult at times. All right, so we lucked out here. We didn't end up stripping the Allen head here, but in the event that you do, normally you would stick your vice grips and grip around the shaft here on this side so that the shaft doesn't spin while you're trying to loosen the nut. So from here, it's a matter of just removing it. Just wiggle it out of the way, however you can. Get it out of the way. And the part we are using today is made by 3.5 or 5.55. It's a company out of Japan, which I think may even make the original equipment for Subaru. So there's the part number, made in Japan, as you can see. I've had pretty good luck with these units. We've got the new stabilizer link here, new nuts, and just install it reverse of how we removed it. So I normally start with the bottom, and then once the bottom's in, you can move the joints around as necessary to line up with the top hole. Do a little something like that, and then the nut should just freely spin on. This is the easy part. Should be able to get most of the way tight with just finger pressure, since these are brand new threads. So typically I haven't really needed to put the Allen wrench or the Allen socket on the ends of these ones here. Just get them spun up as tight as you can by hand, and then we'll use a flex head torque wrench set to 60 Newton meters, or I believe the equivalent to that is approximately 45.3 foot-pounds. So we'll just give this a quick torque. Just be mindful of the shaft here, the stud, that it doesn't spin while you're torquing things down. But like I said, if you get these nuts on by hand tight, and tight against the suspension and the sway bar or stabilizer link, I've never had to put the Allen wrench on the end. All right, we're done. Definitely the hardest part of the job is always getting the old stabilizer link off. These can be a bear just because those threads get a lot of crap in them. But if you just take your time, do a good job cleaning the threads like I did, and just take your time and spray it down with penetrating oil, you should be able to get those off just like you saw here. Anyway, if you thought the video was helpful, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more content like this.
Thanks, and have a great day. Here's some bonus footage. Hopefully you'll be able to hear it. But anyway, these are pretty loose. So I'm just pushing and pulling the stud in and out of the socket. So yeah, that noise can transmit into the vehicle and cause quite a nasty rattle.